Day of Christmas. Shakespeare used it as the title for his drama Twelfth Night. For others, it's Little Christmas, the feast of the Epiphany. But in parts of the country, it's primarily Women's Christmas. Nollaig, an opportunity for Mban Heron to celebrate.
The women of Kerry have come out to celebrate their own Christmas. This is Nollaig on the Dingle Peninsula. Before the goose is cooked or the last candle quenched, there is time for togetherness. This is not so much a major celebration, but a winding down rather than a cold turkey out of the festive season.
When I was small, I remember I can still see the crib on the window like we have it here tonight. And the 3 candles, my mother would light the 3 candles, the 3 wise men, and in the church too, they kept the crib there, you know. Even they still do it. It's not taken down until the Sunday after Christmas. I think there's a simplicity about the whole Christmas message. It's about powerlessness and about poverty and not knowing what's going to happen. And I think a lot of women can identify with that. You never know what's going to happen, you know. You know, we're not as certain about things maybe as men are in ways, you know.
It could be put down to political correctness, lack of discrimination, or simply changing times. But today's men have found themselves a place in Nollaig. But it wasn't always so. This was once a solely female preserve.
Like this gym now in the evening, that come in and socialise and have their little drop of malt porter and have their chat and their gossip.
So it was a great centre of gossip, maybe an evening like that.
A great centre of gossip.
A house full of women.
House full of women.
And what happened to the men and the children that day then?
They were banished off. They were off and off to the pub. They didn't want to be with the women.
I'm longing to call her my own, and I won't be contented till she has consented to be Mistress Barney Malone. Well, I love this fair treasure while walking for pleasure. She looked up at me and she cried without any warning, the top of the morning, and then unto her I replied, come, come.
The Ceol Crackaggus Cant at this Kerry fireside is the perfect antidote to the other 11 days of Christmas.
Over the mountain, down by the fountain, over the high road and down by
it was called Epiphany, you know, the 12th night. And I think it was always a winding down time, you know. You had Nollaig, big Christmas, and you had a goose, and you know, and then Nollaig was a winding down of the big eating and feasting. Of course, there were sarcastic statements made by the menfolk about Nollaig. They said things like Nollaig, Nollaig gan va, you know, Women's Christmas, a useless Christmas, which I suppose wasn't fair, but maybe they didn't mean any harm by it. I suppose maybe to them, winding down is not as important as, you know, the big peak of the celebrations. But to me, today, I'm trying to find new meaning in it, that it's about, like the 3 wise men came, and maybe it's about wisdom and about, you know, they were looking for a star, weren't they? They were following a star, you know, and they found a star. Where did they find it? Inside a little stable, like. The powerlessness of that and the poverty, the whole thing, you know.
This Kerry cottage has bid farewell to more than 100 Christmas seasons. The way ahead lies in tracking the stars and following the dreams.
Come, come, beautiful Eileen, up for a drive with me. Over the mountain, down by the fountain, over the high road and down by the low road. Make up your mind, don't be unkind.